No, don't eat that. Hey y'all, it's Michael and it's Vlogtember day 17 and I am inside again because of this one right here. Say hi! Say hi! Okay, go play over there. Or right there, it doesn't matter. Alright, today I'm here to do a tag. Books I won't read tag. This is a tag created by Marissa at Little Spider 9. I'll link the original channel down below. I wasn't tagged by anyone. But I thought I'd do this tag because I've seen this tag floating around before and I realized that I don't have a lot of good answers to these questions. I don't know if you've noticed this by now, but I definitely noticed. I'm a very open-minded reader, I guess you could say, that I like to dibble and dabble, as I mentioned before. Jump around. I really do enjoy a lot of the genres and I'll try anything once. So we'll see how this goes. A really hype book that you're not... No, don't. You can't play ball and if you... Better not throw that ball towards this camera. A really hype book that you're not interested in reading. This, I really had to genuinely like pause and think about it and was like, what book don't I want to read? You're shifting the exposure. As I was saying. Okay, so I had to think about this because I really do. I read all types of the genres. I think maybe the one book that I wouldn't probably be interested in is probably, but see, that's another question, and that's more of a genre thing. Oh my gosh, I really don't know. Oh, you know what book I'll probably never read, now I think about it? Probably one of those Philippa McGregory books. You know, like The Other Boleyn Girl, things like that. I don't think that really interests me. Hey, it might be good, I don't know, but, I'm recording, please. Hey. Can we just like hush for like... Huh? Please? For 5 more minutes. Number 2, a series you won't start / won't be finishing. This was easy to think of, and there's a lot actually of series I won't continue. One of them is definitely Twilight. I read the first one. I've seen the movies and I was like, I just think it's not my type of it's just not my cup of soup. Is that the phrase? Cup of soup? Okay, I don't know. She doesn't know. I remember reading Twilight the first time like in high school when it was like incredibly popular and it just came out. And I gave it a shot and I actually read... Excuse me. I gave it a shot and What color is that? Green. What? That's not green. And I actually read the book. I actually have the copy of the book and then I gave it to my friend. I was like, ooh. No, I knew I was like, ooh, I did not like it. So I never read the rest of them. Yeah, come on, let's color. And I never... Look at me multitasking. Yes, babysitting and filming booktube videos. I don't think I'll ever continue with the Mortal Instruments series. I started the first one and I actually listened to it. And so I listened to the whole thing. Because you know, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, it's really hard for me to stop at a book. I'll just keep going even though it's awful. Oh my god, that just reminds me. Okay, so this is basically a list of series I won't be continuing. But I don't think I'll ever continue with the Mortal Instruments series. And I gave it a shot. Like, I read the first book. And I was just like, I don't think... I was like, ooh, I don't think so. And then I watched this series and I was like, no. So I just don't think it's for me. The other one that I definitely won't continue with is A Court of Thorns and Roses. I listened to the first one and I listened to the whole thing. And that audiobook is long, like incredibly long. I was like, this is awful. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is not good. Number 3, a classic that you're not interested in. Now with this question, I do enjoy classics. And it's one of those things where I base a lot of my prejudice of classics sometimes in the past. And what I mean by that is I learned English when I was 7, right? And before, when I started like actually reading novels, I started reading like action adventure books. And then like we started doing required reading. And I think what really turned me off classics especially as I started going into high school, like middle school and then going to high school, was that I didn't completely understand a lot of the nuances of what makes a classic a classic. And so, like, when I mentioned earlier, like with Shakespeare, I was like, oh my gosh, why would I read Shakespeare ever again? And then a few weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I think I can do it. And I read Taming of the Shrew, and it was such a great experience. I think what really changed my prejudice on classics was when I read Catcher in the Rye in high school. In the beginning of my high school is when I really I was like, I kind of enjoy classics. And then I did fell off of them a little bit after high school because, you know, you're not doing like required reading anymore. I'm never gonna say never to like a classics because like I think I should always give them a shot because classics I've never read in high school that I'm currently reading like now is that the themes and these characters, especially the themes, are like timeless and classic, so that's probably why they're called classics. But with classics, I never say like I'm not interested in it. I'll give it a shot. There's no guarantee that I will like it. I'm willing to give it a shot. Question number 4: any genres you never read? I know a lot of people's gonna say romance. There's that. Oh, the genre I'll never read. And I mentioned it in a book review, and that's probably like tentacle hentai. Now, hentai is usually animated, but I'm sure there are books out there where it's like written like that. But also with movies, I do not like snuff films. I really don't like snuff films. I can't. I cannot. My go-to answer with this would probably be obviously romance, but I mean, I like some romance. I'm really open to reading any genres. It's just, I might not like it. Okay, number 5. Any book on your shelves you'll probably never actually read. Here's the thing. My bookshelf, it's a mess, first of all. Whenever I buy a book, I intend to read it. Probably just not right now. Here's a good one I'll probably never reread, and that's the 50 Shades of Grey. I bought the series just to see like what the hype is, and you know, it's so easy to binge read that series. And then afterwards I was just like, ooh, it's a no for me. And I also listened to Grey, which was the spin-off series for 50 Shades of Grey, where you get Christian's point of view, and I still get comments to this day about that book review because people said I did not get it or I didn't understand it, and I was like, what? Like, so yeah, if you did I'm not gonna tag anyone because I'm not sure who did this tag, but if you did it, I would love to watch your video. Until then, I'll see you guys till next time. Bye! Say bye-bye! Bye-bye! I'm sorry this video is just everywhere, it's just this one over here.